Where y'all at? Oh, okay, we live. What's up?
We're live. We're live.
Okay, so what's your big news, Chino?
Huh?
What's your big news?
Big news? Oh, well, some people know already, I guess, from the last time we were on here. That Dan and I bought E-Tech in January. And
Look at that with the tech.
E-Tech. Ooh, it's this one. Hold
Oh,
on.
wait.
We gotta turn it. There you go.
There we go.
Oh, there we are. Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. It was it just came up, you know. I mean, it was mentioned for about a year, but we really couldn't do it before then, you know. So a lot of stuff was going on, so you know. But you know how it is.
Yeah,
It's work, peaks and valleys in our industry, you know.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's a good thing. That's a blessing.
Yeah. No, we're happy we got into it. You know, I thought it was a good evolution from when we started, as far as like the business of airbrushing, you know, and this kind of revitalizes us because it was looking rough last year, man, with the business, you know.
Yeah,
But thank God this came along, and spent some time with Bill and Chris and Alabama, and it's cool.
yeah. So, what do you think you and Diana are gonna offer more than Createx or Aquaflow to the table? They're gonna bring more.
You know what? I mean, we're the first customers, you know. I mean, how many of those guys actually use the product when they're doing fairs or festivals like we do?
Yeah,
And we've done the tourist trap. We do some pretty good sized fairs out there, and a lot of these little festivals here and there. And like I said, we're the first customers. We use it first, and obviously if it doesn't work for us, we wouldn't dare sell it out,
yeah,
So I mean, that's how many of those guys can say that, you
yeah.
know,
That's what I mean.
right? So
Yeah,
so I think we got an advantage there, and obviously like today, we actually I think we formulated the fluorescent purple. Diana's always thought it was a little dark, so she was mixing some paint today, and so we just changed it. So anyone ordering fluorescent purple, we're gonna have to give them a heads up and let them know it's a little lighter.
a
It's a
little
little bit
light.
more fluorescent. So stuff like that we can make changes, pretty quick. So and there's other colors that everyone's requesting, or if they want something to request that think it's gonna be good in the business, then obviously message us, and then we'll look at it, and we can add it on.
Yeah, because one of the, it was a question. Another question was, will you be adding new colors? We be adding any
Uh,
new?
yes, new color.
Yeah, working on some new stuff for sure.
Okay, cool. They're gonna have special names. Y'all got names for? Can I get a Kelly? Can I get a
Yeah.
Kelly?
What color do you want?
I don't know.
Kelly green, Heineken
No, no. My favorite color is red, but so we don't know. We'll figure it out.
red. All right. Well, we have actually like three reds right now. We have the Pyrol, which is on the more orange side, and then we have the Naphthol, which I like out of the three, and then there's the Dragon's Blood, and I like the name of that one, but
Yeah.
it's a little dark for me, So, but
So, what direction is ChinoStencils.com headed to as far as the website business?
we'd like to be like a one-stop shop of what we use, like offer maybe like plates, the blank caps soon. The only reason we haven't come up with like the trucker caps as far as like a big inventory, I'm kind of worried ordering stuff overseas, man. They want like $20,000 worth of hats in a container, but I'm like, am I gonna get that? If I
Yeah,
need some hat,
yeah.
you know. And from what everybody says, you actually have to go out there and kind of touch face and make sure your product gets to the dock. So
Well, what about like you wholesale from one of the other big places? I don't know where y'all get y'all's from, but we have like we have a local place, and then we have Cobra caps.
we order from Cobra, but the only thing with Cobra is man, for them to ship out where we're at, it's 5 days.
Damn, it's next day for
Yeah,
us.
it's 5 days. So if you don't order it, even if you order it on Monday, you ain't getting it till the following Monday. Because they don't ship till the next day. So you have to like really, really like plan them out, Cobra. So there's a lot in the West Coast. So those guys are pretty much like next day or within 2 days. So we kind of stick with them, but we would like to buy like a container load and kind of offer, the wholesale prices, from the website, anything that we use out there, like backpacks and all the other stuff. So obviously, hopefully by the end of the year, we can have like a good, supply of like, different stuff that you can use, you know.
Yeah.
So
So going back to the colors, are you gonna have like on the website? Because I think we were talking about it the other day about how the colors weren't matching on the website. Are you gonna be
yeah,
able to real photos of the colors?
what I like that who did the colors was Darwin from Airbrush Brothers. The way they have it displayed, it's like, I don't know if you ever seen their website, but they have a like a small little canvas, and they kind of like, just spray it light to dark with a color. I don't know if people will see it better that way, because the way it's posted now, it's kind of like digital. It's the digital was that the RGB colors.
Yeah.
So or CMYK, I think is what the color is. But I'd like to like show a little bit better of what the tint is instead of digital, digital dot, you know.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that. It's just, it's a lot of colors to cover, so.
So are you gonna try to get like co-stab brush? Or are you gonna like get?
Those guys are big, man. They've been around for a long time, but we don't do automotive. We wouldn't even know where to start as far as automotive. I mean, what we do, we're comfortable with. So if there's anybody that has problems, we can help them out. But you know, coast is coast. And they're pretty popular, and then actually they're the only ones left, right? Because Bear's gone. The airbrush store used to be around years ago. They're
Oh,
gone
I
too,
remember them. Yeah.
right? And so I don't really. I mean, how about Dixie? I haven't ordered from Dixie in a long time from Texas too.
Oh, yeah.
When the big hurricane came, that's when we started. That's a lot of our stuff that came from Dixie when we first started. So before we knew about Coast, so I mean, it'd be cool to be as big as Coast, but they have a lot of ties with everybody, and it seems like the industry is a lot of politics.
Yeah.
No one likes to admit it, but I think the politics kind of strangles the industry.
Yeah.
Nobody can work with this, nobody can work with that. It's just, I don't know. They complain about one guy from who was running the show with the magazine, and then when he's gone, then they're kind of trying to run the place. But I mean, it is what it is. Everyone wants to make money and want to control the industry, but I'm just trying to feed my kids, man.
That's
You know,
all. That's all we can do.
yeah. I mean, we have a family. We have a small group of artists that works with us, and I like to get events for them, and hopefully we all make money. I mean, most of the guys I work with, you ask them, man, I'm pretty easy guy to work with. So we have fun. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's all that matters, man.
yeah,
Will you be offering reducer or top binder?
we do. Okay, Herb told me, because he was looking on the website. He goes, "Hey man, do you have a reducer?" Our reducer is actually called Extender. It's I had this when I was first getting into E-Tech. Me and CJ were going in circles. Like, okay, so I'm looking for a reducer. Because you mean Extender? I'm like, well, kind of, but so we just kept going back like an Abbott and Costello type bit. But because I was like, well, you're extending it, but you're reducing it. So it's just weird. But in the E-Tech world, it's called Extender. But we do have it on the website. I changed it to where it says reducer on there. So and that's formulated for our paint. So I don't know if you can use it with Aquaflow or Wicked or Createx, but our reducer is called Extender.
Okay, but
Yeah,
it's basically the same thing.
yeah, yeah. Well, but I mean, basically, when you're putting in the reducer slash extender, is basically you're watering down the pigment.
Yeah, you're thinning it out.
You're thinning it out. That's all it is. And people use water, which really isn't good because our additives not added on there, and it kind of spoils your paint through time. So if you guys can use extender or reducer, I mean, by all means, that's what it's that's what it's made for.
Yeah. Would you be looking for artists to sponsor?
Yes. Okay. Now, all right. With that being said, I'm looking for a certain style. You might be a good artist, but if it's not the style that's gonna promote what we need you to do, uh, that's not gonna work. And if we say no to you, it's not because you're not good. It's just I'm looking for a particular style. Like all the guys that work for me, they all kind of specialize in like one thing. You got Daniel. Daniel is like an amazing artist in Las Vegas. Enoch. Enoch's amazing, well-rounded, and then Jamocha's got his own style. When we go out and do events, he likes to paint the displays.
Yeah.
And the group that I have is all about teamwork because, if we're not doing good at a fair, or because I would ask them like, hey, paint something, for display. I'm asking because I'm trying to get it from you so you can paint it faster when we're out there. You know, I mean, if you're the head painter and main painter in the booth, I wouldn't want you painting, Diana's design because it will slow you down trying to figure it out. You know,
Yeah.
so whoever's on there is usually what I want. They're like the name designs or something. That's what I ask. But yeah, I mean, yeah, as far as sponsorship, we are still looking, but it's kind of for the new kids on the block, and a lot of those guys are kind of locked down with Createx, Wicked, or the older guys. I mean,
So
even
how you gonna go about for people to submit their applications for it?
I mean, just message me. I mean, for the most part, we all see everybody's work anyways. And if and that's the thing is, if we're I need them to be
Well,
like active in social media. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because we need them to promote. So and when I had about the stencils, we were only good for maybe a month or two, then we're forgotten. You know what I mean? So it's gonna have to be one of those things where we're gonna have like kind of like we're trying to come up with a contract that says, hey, we're gonna supply you with product, and you need to just kind of say our name out there or put our products in front of your post a couple times or a few times a week. Uh,
Basically, to showcase what our product can do.
you know,
That's what we want to get out there is how our product works with what they do every day.
Okay. Okay. Um. Are you willing? What was are you willing to put out any new colors? We talked about that. What would
yeah.
you like to know about E-Tech as a product? What would you want people to know as about E-Tech as a product?
Well, for me, I feel that like anything else, um we just want to showcase how good it is, like I said, because of other products that we've already tried. you know I'm a believer in my product.
Yeah.
Basically, that's my goal, to make sure that I get it out there, and that you know a lot more people can see what it does, and for it to work for them as well.
Ugh.
Because I know for certain there's people out there that have not tried ETAC at all.
Yeah.
There's a couple artists that have hit me up on Facebook, or and we'll start talking, and it's like, oh, I never even heard of it, or all I use is this. And that's my goal as an artist, to be like, yo, this is, there's something good out there. Try ETAC.
Yeah.
And we got an E-Tac because we got frustrated with the other brands. We used all of them.
Yeah.
Just like
Everybody. So,
you know
are you gonna? How about making like a well for people who are interested in trying it? Y'all gonna make like little sample packets to ship
we
out?
do have 2 ounce and up sample packs, like like all the primary colors. Those are, I think it's a 5 color pack, and then we have the fluorescent pack, and and those are available at 2 ounces and up. And Herbert was just telling me about, because I like I said on the last conversation, we have a ton of 1 inch bottles, and he kind of mentioned, I think you mentioned, that we should try to put them in the 1 ounce bottles. And my concern was like, is that enough to try? Is it? I mean, 1 ounce. It
Yeah.
feels like a drop to me, but I mean, we'll put it out there since we have the bottles. We'll put it out there so it'd be a little cheaper, and and the guys that don't use as much are able to buy it without paying a lot of money out.
Yeah, because I don't know if it was E-Tech or who it was. When you order it, they would put like a little. They used to put like a little bottle, sample bottle in there for you to try it out, like of a
Yeah,
different.
with some of the ones we have, like the newer colors, we'll probably send out like like we'll put on their new color for like fluorescent purple, and then we'll just kind of put a few out there in 1 ounce bottles, and people can try it when they order.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, because like some people, I just had an order. All they ordered was just jet black, and and they don't use any other stuff from us. Which is kind of, to me, I'm like, man, that's kind of sad. But I'd like for them to use more than like one color from us. Just to get a little bit more of our colors out. But I mean, it is what it is. So
Yeah, I think I just used the jet black.
yeah,
I'm one of the culprits.
yeah.
So
No, it was a while for us too. I mean, we went from jet black, and then after we finished all our colors, we started transitioning to the fluorescents. And like, I think what did we change it to? The fluorescent purple, and then what else?
That's it
The
for now.
yellows are a little bit brighter right now too.
Yeah, we're working on the fluorescents for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, I remember I think Crave was bringing that up the other day about the yellow.
Yeah.
The yellow.
And and also, I mean, like when I sell the shirts and they ask for like yellow, I try to like, when I'm taking orders, like, you should let them, just kind of, when I take an order, if they say like blue, I'll just say, do you want them to just kind of, use the blues they have, so it gives it a little bit of contrast, instead of just saying, oh, I just want baby blue on there. I'm like, well, if you put the other colors on a blue in there, it looks a little bit better.
Yeah.
So I always, because like with these guys, when I just put yellows, they'll mix the fluorescent yellow, Calibra gold, and the Arrowlight. And my favorite out of the yellows, I think, is Arrowlight, which is kind of like a lemon tint color on it. So the lemon, but yeah, I mean, uh, I think some just need to know how to use the other colors of tint to bring out the yellow, or different colors, So
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I'm gonna put upon myself. Like being on Facebook, I am an artist. I'm gonna try and be active as far as like, oh, look what I'm working on today. I want to show you how this works, or using the product. Because
Yeah.
like I said, the goal is to, put it out there. Make sure that people that haven't tried it do try it. Um, for me, it changed a lot. You know, it was actually Becky was with us when I first tried it. She goes, "You really need to try this paint," because I was fighting with all of my guns that were getting all stuck, and kept having to flush them out. And being in a casino, we had to do 10 to 15 shirts an hour,
Oh
so I
yeah.
go fast. And I was just fighting with my guns the whole time. And then she goes, "Why don't you try this?" you know and I did. And as soon as I remember it, it was fluorescent pink. I was doing a scenery, and she gave me the fluorescent pink, and that fluorescent pink was so bright that went above all the other colors. And I was like, wait a minute, what is this? So like I was like, wow, like I was. And then after that, I immediately called Chino and I go, hey, I need to find out what this ETAC paint is. I need one in every color right now.
Yeah. That's how I found Jet Blue. I was in Vegas. I think Jamocha was using some, and I was
Yeah.
like, man, that's good.
yeah.
So is it do
Remember
y'all
that?
have do y'all have opaques? Is it opaque or is it transparent?
We have opaques and transparents.
Yeah.
Yeah. And semi-opaques.
Okay, because yeah, somebody was asking about that. It's when you're doing black shirts. It I don't know if we is it labeled opaques, or when we order we have to ask about it.
It is labeled like a PSTR would be like private stock transparent, and then the PSOP would be the private stock opaque, So I mean, if it should be on the description on the website. So if you're ordering something, or if people need help, just message me, and
Yeah.
I'll be more than happy to help them,
Okay.
and I'll tell them what we use out there, So, and and basically, I mean, the difference is with all of them, it's just the amount of pigment that's put in there, So if something needs to be heavier, that's just something that they can message us and like give us input on,
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can see at the bottom of the screen people asking questions.
I wasn't even paying attention. My bad.
Wait, where?
Oh yeah, yeah. Ed, yeah, you can still order from whoever you want. And that was the other thing is uh if we're still keeping like the dealers, and that was a big thing with us because we have quite a few out there, and right now the thing is you know if you're gonna stay being a dealer, you need to carry products. If I'm just drop shipping it, are you a dealer or are you an affiliate? You know, I mean, you don't give half your sale to your counter sales, do you? So if we're doing all the work, and if you're not carrying, I mean, we have more than one that does. We have quite a few that does that. It's just drop ship type thing, and we're not making as much, but we're doing all the work. And if all you're doing is taking the order and then giving it to us, I mean, that's one of the issues that we still haven't, you know.
Basically, now that we're taking over, everything's getting restructured, you know, to what we think is fair.
Okay.
You
Uh,
know,
yeah.
so yes, there'll be a deal. There will be dealers and stuff, but that will be talked with them directly, and yeah.
and
Also, let us
and
know if you want to be one.
and well, the other thing too is, we can't offer that much specials or discount if we're splitting the money with everybody else. So we're still kind of like we're weighing it out to, well, all right, uh, do we just do it on our own, or do we keep the dealers? And
Plus,
like I said, I mean, they, like I said on the last conversation, there's people that don't like me. They'd rather order from somebody else, which I'm shipping them the same product that you're ordering.
yeah,
So
it's the exact same thing, just from a different person.
like me or not, it's still coming from me.
Yeah,
So you know what I mean?
that's another thing at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm taking your money one way or another.
It's still coming to me.
Still coming to me. That's right. So but that's just the plain bottom truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. How do you want to what's the word I want to use here? Make sense of that, but it is what it is.
And just keep in mind that, like I said, we're restructuring everything. We just took over the company. So there will be a time lapse or leadway that we need to get everything in order where we want it.
Yeah,
So
I can understand that.
Yeah.
we're still in talks with people. We're gonna be catching up with people, because there's things that came into effect, like a couple years ago with ETAC that some of them are not up to date with. So, that's another thing.
And then
You know,
as far as dealers, like there's a couple of them that are very heavy on social media, and we appreciate that. So that's something that takes a little bit less time off of us to do, and we like that. If you're on social media and you're pushing our product, you're being kept. And if you're on social media, you're answering people's question about ETAC, you're gonna stay with us. So I mean, we're obviously we're gonna continue to make the product better. uh we just want our dealers to know that, look, we'll back you up, but you gotta help the cause. you know
Yeah. Yeah.
so you know what I mean, if I don't know, like I said, just help the cause, and we all make money. you know and if
Yeah.
you've ever worked with me on these fairs and events, man, I'm not the greedy person. I'm not driving a fancy Cadillac like some people.
Hey. Hey, so uh another question was, we talked about the other day, was a flesh palette. Are you gonna get like the flesh?
We do have the flesh tones. I think we have like.
oh, that's another thing I'm working on. I will be having, like, I'm trying to get like a set of, flesh tones, and then try them out, do the portraits that I need to do. And that's one of the things I'm actually working on right now, trying to figure out like what tones are good to put out there. Or, if any of you have suggestions, also let us know. You guys can follow me on my Facebook. And
Oh, and before I forget, the stuff about the sponsorship. not just because you're a great artist and then we say no to you. It's not a personal thing, but it's just how you promote our product. You know, you can't be like, just you got to deal with people. Politically. We don't want to be attached to somebody that's going to cancel us. This is how we make a living.
Yeah.
You got to be a good person, man.
Yeah.
So you know, I mean, you can't be fighting with everybody. I mean, everybody has their own opinions, and if someone doesn't like your style, then I I have to ignore stuff, just so I can get through my day because there's a lot of opinions out there, and you can't take every single one personally. So, and that's what they have to be too, is like pretty good with people, and just learn to shake things off, because if you're in the limelight, or in social media, everyone has something to say.
Believe me,
So
I know. I know.
yeah, I know.
Believe me, I know. But I didn't calm down last look before one of my hyped up days. Uh, what was the other one? How about earthy line? Another question was about the earthy line. I don't know what the earthy line is. Is that brown Ed? Browns?
The Browns. Do we need more Browns? Because we
I
have
know
two.
it says about earthy line of
Earth.
colors.
That's that. We're gonna have to research that one because we really haven't even thought about that one, man. We got
What is it?
Earthy Line.
I don't know. I think they're
So,
just kidding.
oh no, that's Ed. No,
Oh,
He
okay.
wants. Ed wants to be. I think I'm looking at Ed's thing here earlier. He wants to be okay. So sponsorship. Obviously, if someone does shoes, we're looking for that person. If someone does leather, we're looking for that person.
If someone does portraits, if
Portrait.
someone does.
It's like or license plates. We're looking for that person to be active and some clean work. And like I said, don't get your feelings hurt if we didn't pick you, or say, hey man, we're gonna have to pass. But it's just one of those things that, this is gonna be now our baby. This is so everything is gonna have to be like, really like try to be as perfect as we can with it. But we'll make mistakes.
Yeah.
We'll pass on the wrong person, but if you're that good, we'll notice. Everyone will notice. And that's the thing, is like what you do is what makes you. So
No, I'm not gonna do it because I'm too quick and sloppy with mine right now.
and Ricardo, I see you. I see Ricardo's thing on there, and Ricardo, we worked with Ricardo. I love Ricardo. Ricardo is one of the straight up dudes out there. If you have any questions, man, he's paying a lot of stuff. He's a nice guy, very approachable. If you have questions, and he's gonna be dealing. He's gonna be selling paint out there where he's at. You
Oh,
know,
nice. Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna be carrying inventory. So if you're in the C or Pigeon Forge area, Ricardo's getting a good shipment right now. So
Gatlinburg.
oh, Gatlinburg, yeah, I think Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge in the same area. So I'm not familiar with the area, but he will be carrying paint pretty soon.
So
So
what all surface is the E-Tech good for? Is it good for automotive or? I mean I used the black today on some baseball helmets. It came out perfect. I don't have no problem with it. But I'm just saying, like, can you use it for automotives, or is it just basically shirts and tags and stuff like that?
E-Tech is pretty versatile. It can be used for everything. Now, there is a line that is being worked on right now, that will be specifically strong for automotive and like outside murals.
Okay.
What it'll be a bit of a stronger paint.
Yeah, because I know Ray Canales was asking me about windows. We like to do window painting for Christmas or Easter or stuff like that. We do window
yeah,
painting.
Yeah,
I would love it if you used it on that.
yeah, that would be
Just to see how it
perfect.
works.
Yeah.
We get together on that before that season starts for you, so we can send you some stuff and try it out, see how it works.
Well, Easter's coming up, so you probably want to send him some so he can do some windows. Easter
Now
windows.
on those, do you need them thicker, or do you need it lighter?
Well, it's going to be mainly they're out in the weather all day long in the
Yeah.
sun, rain.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say the name Crit. We normally use Critex or Wicked to go in the windows, and it's fine. But
Yeah.
That's something to try out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're gonna have to send you some stuff to see how it works out there.
All right.
That's something that obviously we want other people to try also. So
Yeah, well, that's a big good stuff for y'all to add to y'all repertoire. Windows.
okay, earthy colors. I'm reading Ed's question
Portraits, he
for
says.
portrait. Yeah, we,
Yes.
we we are gonna have a portrait line.
Yes, we're working on it.
Yeah, so I think probably like a week or two out on that. A little longer. Well, no, we need to send it to somebody to try
Yeah.
out. That's what it is. We have it, but
Like I said, there's so much we want to do, but we just got here. So just
Baby steps.
yes,
oh man,
yes on all the questions.
there's so much to learn, man.
But
It's
yes,
cool. It's
we're
cool
trying.
shit.
We're trying to get it out there as soon
Yeah.
as we can.
I don't know. I mean, when we mix paint like daily, when it comes out, man, it's just I get excited. I'm like, man, that's cool shit. That's
Yeah.
good paint right there. I don't know, man. It's especially when the colors are coming out and they look good. So I mean, I don't know how approachable Createx and Aquaflow is on stuff like that. But man, you talk to me and the shit I learned it's pretty cool to me. So I'm excited.
So how was it working with Bill and CJ?
Bill and Chris are man, they're fucking awesome.
They're family.
Yeah, they're family now. Bill is like a lot of people. I think they kind of what's the word? He's very passionate. He likes making paint. He paints at home.
This is his baby. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
He everything that he did for this paint or for his is was very well thought out.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is how it affects people, how it affects the environment, everything.
I mean, his first priority was safety.
Yes.
Who's using it, and if you have kids around, he wants to make sure that this chemical is safe.
Yes.
And that's first and foremost with him. And then second is the quality. He wanted to be consistent. And then like during the pandemic, shit happened. I mean, we all I think went through it. Different stuff and different supply chain issues, but that's something that can't be helped. I mean, nobody wants to put out a bad product.
Yeah.
If something happened, then it wasn't on purpose. So people just need to understand that sometimes. And I mean, everyone's got, we all dealt with it. But no, these guys are great guys, man. I stayed with them in Alabama for like 2 weeks. They came out over here in Reno for a couple of weeks, making sure that that we were doing the right things and mixing the right stuff, and and I think we got it. I mean, like I said, we're gonna mess up, but hopefully minimal, and and we're gonna correct it. So.
And coming from that, from what I initially said about Bill and CJ, that is exactly my goal personally. I want to make sure that his product stays with what's the word, like with the
Consistency?
same. No. Like I'm gonna take the same pride,
Passion and pride.
the same pride that he has for his product. Like that's how I feel personally. Like I said, it changed my life 7 years ago. Therefore, I believe in it. I love it. So I want people to love it too.
How old is E-Tech? How long has it been around?
Shit, man.
Ooh.
You're gonna have to ask some of the other guys that's been using E-Tech for a long time. I mean, when Bill and them I think started, it was called Excalibur, and then they sold that company, and then they came back because the request from older artists to bring something back, so then they started E-Tech. I think it's like at least 20-30 years. I mean, I'm terrible at not remembering that because he's told me. So
Yeah.
you know
Okay. Here's a big one. Are you planning on raising the prices, or is it going to stay the same?
right now the way it is, so I got these prices a year ago. So it's weird that some people were still in like two or three price,
And that's what I meant earlier when I said that we got to update a lot of these.
a lot of the,
Yeah, a lot of.
for some reason there's a group out there that was still paying like 3 or 4 year prices ago, and honestly, man, these pigment ordering it is expensive. Like I said, one pail, 5 gallon pail of what is it, Pyro Red, $950.
Wow.
The one pail. Okay, and then the was it the violet? No, yeah, the violet. It's the same amount. So it's like, yeah, it's very expensive. So I mean, so we can't help that stuff. But the way it is right now, we're gonna keep it the same. And like I said, some of the dealers that are not, carrying too much, we might have to drop them just so we can make a little bit more because of what we're spending. You know, so it's not a personal thing. It's a business, and you got to help the cause. And if they're not helping, they're holding us down.
Yeah.
You know.
Are you planning on rebranding it? Or are you gonna keep it?
No.
No, I think the private stock is gonna stay the same. The EFX for illustration is gonna stay the same. The autograph, the AG, we might rebrand that just because we don't want people to think we're using the same formula, same base, and just trying to pull a fast one. Uh, other companies have done that, and this is completely a total different mixture as far as the base on the autograph series. So that one, you know what? We'll take suggestions of the new name of paint for that line. So you know, spit it out there, guys. Let's come up with something cool. You
Yeah.
know.
Uh, are you gonna look for any new strip? Or we already talked about this. Gonna look for
Yeah. I
new
mean,
one.
I'd like to if they're with, because I have these girls in Florida. Man, they order a lot. They move a lot of paint. And mind you, it's all like 2 ounces and 4 ounces. It's a lot to pour. They're ordering like 10 to 22 ounces of each color.
Silly
And
Farm. Is it Silly Farm?
yes, those girls are awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
We
I
had
don't
it on
know
the
if
podcast.
yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, those girls are awesome. So hopefully they stay with us because they move a lot of product. And I don't know them well. I mean, we've spoken and messaged, but I don't know them well yet. To just have a talk and have a good conversation. So
What about are you looking to try to get into Hobby Lobby or any Michaels or
you
anything like that?
no, because a lot of their products sits on the shelf, man. And then plus you got to wait for the check. Those guys are usually what, net 60, net 90. Walmart. I mean, ETAC, from what Bill says, used to be inside of Walmart at one time when they first started, and he said that was their biggest mistake. And glad they learned from it early, because I mean, if you look at a lot of the paints in Michaels, and I guess there's a lot of waste, because they just sit there. I mean, if they're paying up front, I'd be more than happy to sell them the paint. I don't want to wait 90 days, 6 months after.
To get paid, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a believer in my product, but I gotta get my cash. So you know,
So what do you think about the state of the airbrush industry right now?
man, we're in plans to hopefully do a few getaways. Just since we have the paints, we have the stencils, it's gonna cross sell and sell itself, so we can get new blood out there. But I don't see too many young people, coming up, man. So it makes the ones that are doing it now special. You know, and I see some of these ads that are like they're lowballing. They're cutting each other's throat on Etsy on prices. You know,
Yeah,
and
I see that.
I mean, come on, guys. You sell a $20 shirt. By the time you get it, what's there to you? $12.
Etsy
You know,
gonna get they cut.
yeah. And then I go, how are you gonna sell it for $8 fucking dollars? What are you working at, $2 an hour? For per shirt. I mean, they do what they do. That's their own, prerogative, what they want to do. But I see a lot of cutthroat being done out there. And when we do fairs, man, like when we do LA County Fair, there's two other booths out there. our prices are our prices.
Yeah.
You know, this is what you're getting. You look at what over there. That's what you're getting. So we don't try to cutthroat each other. With us, anyways, our prices stay the same. And people will notice. If you're good, don't think about what the other guy is doing. Do your
No.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah, do your thing, and this is what you got to offer. And just have good, customer service, man. Now sometimes you'll beat them just by that. You
I
know,
hate horrible customer service, but I mean, I'm still okay. Though. I still got my fan base,
it is is
my little
retail
clientele
just
base.
and retail just beats you up. With questions and people. It's retail's hard. And that's why you got to have counter people, just so they're not getting the artist is not getting abused. But some people like you're a one-man team right there. Do you still have help on the weekend?
Yeah. Well, since I moved, I got different hours, so I don't open on
Oh,
Sunday at all, and
yeah,
Saturdays I go to baseball tournaments now. So,
yeah,
hey, but somebody's asking about how's that white. Now, to be honest, I used the white before, and I
yeah.
didn't like it. It was hard to get a solid base on the black shirt.
You'd have Dana is gonna have to answer that. How's the white? How's this? How is the white right now?
Honestly, E-Tech is the best white I've used. Period.
I mean, we
I
we
don't
we
know, Diana.
They
But
all have their issues. I've tried Wicked, I've tried Aquaflow, I've tried
I
all of them.
I think consistency wise, I think we
Now,
probably have a better one.
but as far as like the usage of it, the reason I say E-Tech has the best one is because obviously we use it for most of it for to do dark garments, right?
yes.
Uh, and then usually what happens, we have to layer color on it. E-Tech by far is the one that takes the color the best.
Okay.
Aquaflow,
On
Aquaflow,
that note, I'm gonna order me another bottle. If Darwin's
Aqu-
still on here, I'm gonna order a bottle of Darwin tomorrow and try it out.
Wait, you gonna order for me or where are you ordering it?
Uh, Darwin.
Huh? Okay. Well, I gotta make sure it's a good one. I'm gonna open that bottle. Is this good? Because I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Cool.
I better open this up.
I'm get right on camera and say, Diana said this was good.
Order from Darwin, and I'm gonna let him know. Don't send what you got. I want to make sure the good batch. I'm sending him one from me. So
Yeah.
let me talk about the white. So the reason I say that is because um I tried Aquaflow. Everybody swore it was the best in the business. You gotta get Aquaflow white.
Yeah.
I got it, did my shirt, tried to put freaking color on it. It just repelled it. I couldn't get any color on it. I was like, what the heck? What kind of white is this? Like
Yeah.
I couldn't get a pink enough. I couldn't get it blue enough. I was like, what the heck is happening? It literally looked like pastels on a dark shirt. And obviously customers were not happy. So I had to stop that. Um, Wicked was working for a while and then it just wouldn't come out of my gun. Period.
Yeah.
I was
yeah,
I
It
was like,
gets.
what the
It,
heck? It like, it was very frustrating. And then I started mixing. Like, what if I had a little Aquaflow and a little wick? Like, you don't even know. Like, I was trying everything to get my whites.
read the. We got questions.
And then let's see. My issue with tag is that fluorescent colors migrate to the top. White won't defeat hot colors. Ooh, I'm gonna have to.
I have to try it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that then.
And
Yeah.
like I said, these are the questions that obviously people are going through. And like Brian, I mean, you feel free to reach out to us if something's going on with the stuff, and if you want to try it, obviously we want to fix it, so we can get your business, and that's probably something that it's always I guess white's always been an issue with E-Tech, so I don't know what Aquaflow or Wicked. I mean, Wicked, there's batches where they're great, they're white. I think we bought one a year ago when we were out in the fair, and then it was like working really good. So but uh, that was the one time. But before then, it was great when they first came out, but then the quality just went down. That's why we ended up going to ETAC. And like I said, if it looks milky and it's not holding up the pigment, obviously we're not going to send you that. I'll just let you know. I'm like, hey man, this is looking rough. But our pigment right now I mean, it looks pretty good. You know, we'll try it tomorrow and show people. I guess we can do one on a black shirt.
And the thing is, I believe like when you're using paint, it's how you're using it. We're all artists. We all do different techniques, different. I lay this like this. I lay that first. I lay that second. I lay that last. It's whatever works for each independent person. So, like I said, for me as a user, ETAC is my favorite.
Cool. Uh, was it my colors do repel over Alkylflow white when using ETAC? So it's okay to cross. I guess it's still okay to cross generate your paint, right? With ETAC is.
I mean, I mean, we used to do it, so I don't see why people shouldn't. I mean, everyone's got their own preference as far as the colors. So,
But you would prefer everybody buy your colors.
that'd be great. The more colors I can grab from the market, I mean, that would be my that would be my
Yeah.
So, but like I said, if it's not performing, then obviously we want to look at it because I want to sell it. So, I mean, what good is it when one person's complaining about it, and that's kind of like, when one hears it, there's five people that don't like it because they just heard it.
You ain't gonna be able to
No, I
satisfy.
won't be able to please everybody, but hopefully, us talking through here, they'll understand that what we do care and we use it. You know, so um,
That's the main thing. Diana Nabong uses the paint every day.
that's what we
So
make. So
if if they're, obviously basically is how to use it. If there's a better way you can teach me how to use it, then good. Or hey, could we do this? Of course, like we'll try to see what we can do about the issue.
yeah, I mean, to me, I mean, since I learned how to do it, mix paint, it's really just a matter of plus or minus pigment. You know, the base we got. If you like black, we're using the same base on the black. So it's got to be a pigment issue, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's how I kind of like simplify it. So and they all have different percentages. On what's in it. So
Yeah. Tyrell said, "What's the shelf life?"
that is the weird thing is because since it has water, uh, it's really what goes in there from everyone's use. I was moving stuff from Alabama to Reno. There was some paint that was sitting there like 12 years. And we would look at it. And I asked Bill, I go, is this good? He goes, yeah, it's still good. We put it on an airbrush and it seemed to be working. So, I mean, and there's some that was just 4 or 5 years ago. We opened the bottle, it was bad. So it's just what bacteria gets in there and grows. So for the most part, if you keep it, the suggested use of it or how to store it should last for a while, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're not using it for 5 to 8 years, I mean, what are we talking about, right? You
Yeah.
know, you're a hobbyist. You know what I mean? You spent
Yeah.
$6 and it lasted you years. So
A little bottle
for
last.
us, we're using it. I mean, a 38. $38 bottle of black. I mean, you should be able to use that from $8,000 to $12,000 worth of sales. You know, and people complain about it's $38. You guys are more expensive than Craytex. I'm like, well, we buy quality pigments, and that's how we gotta price it. And for the most part, our thing. Our biggest thing with our paint is people struggle with it less. It seems to flow a little bit better for them. If you're screwing around with your airbrush gun because you're getting like clogs in there, time is money, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna buy cheap paint, but you're gonna spend 10, 15 minutes to finish a shirt. Are you really are you saving money? You know, you just lost 10 minutes, lost two shirts. So
Are
you
you,
know,
are you planning on doing like a package deal, or for you gonna have something coming for your celebration of you taking over, or
good question, man. Something to think about. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I started, what, like 4 years ago, was the trial packs
Yeah.
on
We
Chino
started the trial package.
Stencils.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know.
yeah.
It's something for us to consider and look it over. To see if I don't know. If anyone's got any ideas, that'd be great. Shoot it over. You know,
yeah,
we're open to things.
yeah, cool. Well, all right, man. Well, congratulations to you and Diana again.
Thank you, and let's
Thank
tell
you.
everybody. If they got just message us, man. I'm easy going. I get up early on the West Coast, man. I'm up at like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
You know?
no joke. What about? Well, here's another one. I forgot to ask you. Was damn, what was it? It was just on the tip of my tongue. Uh, fuck. Go ahead. If I think about it, man, I got 10 other things I gotta do tonight before I go to bed.
All right, all right. Get your stuff going.
All right. The
Oh,
website. That's what it was.
oh.
Do you already have your website updated?
Yeah, the website has all the 54 colors and they're all priced on there. And the reason I want people, I don't mind taking the order over the phone, but you can see how many colors just in case you forgot. That's why I like people to go through the website. It gives them, a chance like, oh, I forgot that. You know, I had one guy, he ordered 2 different stencils on 2 different orders and he paid shipping twice.
Oh man.
And I felt bad, so I put in a few more stencils in there for him, and that thing is like, I'm a person, I have to do the same thing you guys do, so just message us, man. We're open people, we're easy going.
And you already got it updated already?
Yeah, the prices are there. The new packs will probably be updated the next few days, like the portrait series, and the pastels are already on. There's a pastel pack, so if you guys want to try those are cool. Ed said he has a bunch of questions. Go for it, Ed. Come on. We're on Facebook. It's either Chino Stencils or Nevada Airbrush, and then Diana's got one, Diana Nabong and Chino Nabong. So yeah, uh,
Is it
my
going to
phone.
be a designated for just for the paint, and then what designated for stencils, or are they combined together?
Well, with the ETAC website, we need to update it. I think we have to kind of have its own on that one, but that's gonna take us maybe like a few months. Enoch's probably gonna go on that and help us fix it. Uh, marching band stencils. Send me ideas. Send me what you guys would like me to make. That's no problem. I have a snare drum in there. I got a couple of couple of
How
stuff.
about making motherfuckers?
You stop it. You still have clean stencils. You don't even have any right to say anything.
Because I can freehand it, but other people can't.
I know, and that's why you need to show them how it works. But like I said, we're planning on having workshops in Vegas. So if like I'd like for you to have a class out there, for batting helmets, bro. That's something that people want to learn.
That was
And,
something me, Pat, and the dude from not Ergon.
Ergen?
Ergen. Man, he was supposed to do a class like that.
Yeah. But that's the thing is like, I don't need any paint sponsorship. I know a guy for that, and so, but yeah, we kind of, hopefully someone wants to sell their airbrush company, we can work on that soon.
Hey, keep it moving. All right, well,
Master, here we come.
you know what?
I said, carrying an airbrush company. Master Airbrush, here we come.
Yeah. All right, well, I got to get to work on something. But congratulations again, and I'll check on the website in a little bit.
Thanks, bro, for having us.
I need to order some white.
Okay.
We'll try it out.
Yeah,
I'm be calling you, Diana. I'll be looking on your thing like, hey, this white.
All right. All right, bro. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, have a good one. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.